Hi everyone, welcome back to day 5 of our daily yoga challenge. If you're new here, I'm Erica. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, comment, share, do all of the things. Today's class is going to be all about getting rid of that extra tension that we often hold in the shoulders and in the hips. So it's going to be a little bit more grounding, maybe a little bit more slower paced than some of the other videos, but I promise you, you're going to feel like $1,000,000 when you're done. So let's get into it. Start sitting up tall. Bring your hands behind your back, lift your chest. Feel the heads of your shoulders just move back. And notice how your collarbones can feel really, really wide. And there's almost like this semicircle, like the smile of the smiley face going on through your collarbones. Keep that. Bend your elbows behind you as much as you can, and then just shimmy from one side to the other a couple times. Good. Keep that smiley face. Interlace your hands behind your back. Start to squeeze the elbows together, lift your chest. Some of you may stay here. Some of you may want to bring your wrists over to your left side waist and then start to hug your elbows in together behind you. Some of you may even be able to touch your forearms, but if not, just move in that direction. Most people cannot touch their forearms together. Take a big breath in. And then switch, go to the other side. So now the wrists go to the right side, elbows hug in behind your back, and breathe. One of the things that is amazing about yoga is that it can be kind of humbling, and at the same time, we just get practice knowing that it just really doesn't matter if we can get into the quote full version of a posture or not. Good. Interlace your hands up and overhead. Press your palms away. Lift the fingers up toward the sky. So your fingers are stretching a bit, and then just kind of go to one side and the other side. Good. Come back through center. Bring your hands down to your lap. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Your left hand back behind you. Come into a twist. Inhale, lift the crown of your head up. Exhale, maybe there's room to shift that left shoulder back just a smidge more. Inhale, come back through center. Switch sides. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind you on fingertips. Lift up. Exhale, right shoulder moves back. Again, just a little bit. A little goes a long way. You want to feel something, but never force. Come back to center. I want you now to give yourself a big hug. So right elbow on top of the left. Know that you can stay here, or bring your elbows so they are the same height as your shoulders, and then cross your wrists too. Thumbs are going to come right toward that spot in between your eyebrows. And I'm going to turn to the side just a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit better. Good. Stay here, just feel the stretch in the shoulders. Or inhale, lift the elbows, lean back. And exhale, round. So when you round, you really feel a big stretch across the backs of your shoulder blades, or at least I do, and in between the shoulder blades. Couple more times with your own breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Come back through center. Bring your hands behind your back. Switch the cross of the legs. Good. So it feels kind of weird. And then give yourself a hug. Left elbow on top of your right. Lift your elbows so they're about the same height as your shoulders. And you can totally stay here and still do the movement that we just did. Or cross your wrists, turn your thumb toward that spot in between your eyebrows. Good. Same thing. Inhale, lift the elbows, lean back. Exhale, round. Couple more times. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, rounding. Last time. With your breath at your own pace. Come to hands and knees. Drop your belly, peel your shoulders back, chest moves forward, cow pose. And then exhale, come back to child's pose. Good. Inhale, hands and knees to cow pose. And exhale, child's pose. One more just like that. Inhale, hands and knees, lift your chest. Exhale, child's pose. Come back up to hands and knees. Bring your right leg behind you. Bend the knee. And then bring your right knee over to the side, like one of my teachers says, like a puppy peeing on an invisible fire hydrant, and then all the way around. So we're just making big, big circles through that right leg. Do about 3 circles. Just kind of getting into the hip. And then bring the knee back to the floor. We'll do the other side. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, flex the foot. And then let the knee come out to the side, almost like you're going to bring the knee to the elbow and around. Good. Come back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog, just for a couple breaths. Take this opportunity to move around and stretch in whatever way would feel good to you. Good. And then come back to hands and knees. Bring your right leg behind you. Bring your left hand forward and pause here. Big, big stretch. Pull your belly button in. And just notice that little dance of balance between the right hand and the left knee. Know that you can stay here or bend that right knee, reach around, grab onto the foot, or at least move your hand into that direction. If you can grab the foot, kick the foot into the hand, really feel that left side of your chest and the left shoulder stretch. Good. Also feel a big stretch through the right quad. One more breath, just be with it. And then try not to make a slingshot of yourself. Reach everything long again. Come back to hands and knees. Good. Pause in between sides. Take a child's pose if you need to, or wiggle it out. And then step your left foot behind you so the foot's parallel with the floor. Right arm reaches. Stretch it long. Stay with it for a breath or two. Feel the dance. Feel the breath. It's okay to stay here or bend your knee. Reach around, grab onto the foot with a hand, or just fake it. You're working the same muscles, getting the same stretch if you're not quite able to reach the foot. If you can reach the foot though, kick the foot into the hand. It just increases the stretch a bit. Reach everything long again with control. And come back to hands and knees. Nice. Whenever you're ready, just bring your right knee forward between your hands and come into a pigeon pose. Inhale, lift your chest. With an exhale, you're going to come forward and down any amount. Before you do, just know, if you have your foot tucked up under you, kind of like I do, with a tight angle to the knee, it's going to be a smaller stretch for the outside of the hip. If you want a bigger stretch, flex that foot, open the knee up into more of a right angle. Choose what is best for you, then take a big breath in, and then with an exhale, come forward and down any amount. Maybe you come down to your forearms first for a breath. Feel what it feels like. Check it out. Then maybe after a breath or two, you're like, oh, I have a little bit more room. Drop your head and just soften. Whenever you're ready, bring your hands under your shoulders, press yourself up. You choose whether you want to come through downward facing dog or through hands and knees, totally up to you. Just get your left knee forward somehow, some way. Choose what kind of angle you want for that front knee. And then once you've decided what works for you, come onto your fingertips, lift your chest, and exhale, walk yourself forward. Come down onto your forearms. Take a couple breaths, and then just notice how the breath helps you to let go of all of the tension that you might be carrying. Notice how the breath helps you to let go of some of that tension that you're carrying through your hips and your shoulders. Focus especially on the exhale, slow it down. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, walk yourself on up, swing your back leg around, come to a comfortable seated position. Take note of how it feels for your shoulders to be relaxed down and away from your ears, for your hips to feel open and fluid. And please take this feeling with you into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing. May you each be blessed with peace and joy, love and light. Namaste.